What's up, everybody? I'm here with Kwafi. You've already seen our interview together. You already know. But if you haven't, then you should go watch that right after this. Hey, Kwafi, man, tonight at this Hangin' Mic event, what's your experience been like?
It's been a great experience. I say the first one was wonderful. The second one is also the same thing. It's good to see all of the artists come out and support what we have going on. And to be a part of it is pretty cool. I'll say that.
Yeah.
The most important thing I'll say is everybody is supporting each other. And that's one thing that artists don't really get a lot of. And I like to see that out here on the island.
Yeah. So for anybody who doesn't know you, could we give a brief recap of who is Kwafi? When somebody comes to Hawaii and they meet Kwafi, who are they meeting?
When you come to Hawaii and you meet Kwafi, I'm a sound engineer, I'm a producer, and I'm also an artist. I chose to be a sound engineer and a producer as a career, so I don't have to stray away from being an artist. So if you come to the island and you talk to Kwafi, that's going to be the conversation that we have.
Mm-hmm. So what made you come here tonight?
Oh, well, Jacoby. Jacoby is my brother. He's my roommate. He's the person that I chose to make sure that he understood how to engineer. And he's taken what I've taught him and worked it times 10. So I'm out here supporting Jacoby. And if anybody else is out here, they're here to support Jacoby as well, because we're all supporting each other. It's all about support, so that's the biggest thing I'll say. Mm-hmm. Jacoby.
So I feel like a lot of people might not know about much of the music scene, especially the underground music scene in Hawaii. When people think of Hawaii who don't know anything about Hawaii, they'll probably think of like the classics, but they might not know that there's anything else out here.
Yeah.
So can you tell me, what is this type of small events, underground artists coming here, everybody just linking up, performing their craft? What does that mean?
What it means is, there again, I can't really stray away from support, because this event is all based off of, upcoming artists. This event is based off of people who are striving to become the best artists they can be. It takes a little bit of time, and it takes a lot of effort. And then it takes a lot of courage, because being an artist and you coming up, it's kind of rough. Because what is that word? The
stigma?
Stigma, that you have on yourself. As soon as you say that you rap, then everybody's looking at you side eye, so what was the question again?
It was about what this all means.
It means what it means. Okay, yeah, what it means is people are taking themselves seriously, and they're taking the initial step that a lot of people are scared to take. So I'll say that. Short and sweet.
Yeah. So you are probably one of the most experienced people here in the game, in this career field of music, producing, everything.
I guess.
He's being modest. He said, I guess. He's being modest. So what do you think when you see, because some of the artists here haven't been making music that long. A couple of years, less than a year, 1, 2, something like that. So from your perspective as somebody who's very experienced, what is that kind of, when you see that, what does it make you feel?
I'm very impressed to see, it's a guy here, he's played the guitar and he's singing. To hear somebody that can sing very well without the assistance of auto-tune, to see somebody play a guitar and to be able to really play and sing at the same time, that's talent. It takes a lot of time and effort and, to develop that skill. So seeing stuff like that, it's impressive to see. Also the lyrical content. So, those things are really important when I'm looking at an artist. How well can they express themselves, and how uniquely can they express themselves? So I guess that's probably yeah.
So we'll wrap it up. One of the important questions I have, though, I know from our interview that you've worked in a lot of different places and you've done a lot of different things, a lot of different people, groups, all that. Again, it goes back to that experience.
Yeah.
So how does this type of thing compare? Not necessarily good or bad, because who can say that?
Right.
How does this type of thing compare to other places you've been, other music scenes that you've seen?
I'll say I don't like it. I'll say I love it, because people don't really judge you for what you're doing. It's like a millionaire talking to a person who wants to start a business. You know, they're not going to fault that person for what they're doing versus, you know, artists in certain places, they're looking at the other artists and they're trying to analyze the artist to see what they're, you know, what is it that's not authentic about them versus they're, again, supporting. You know, taking the support out here is so much. It's really substantial because people out here really support a whole lot more than anywhere else I've ever been. Plain and simple. I really wouldn't want to come out anywhere and perform my own music because I know for a fact people are looking at me like, is what I'm saying authentic, or I'm not gangster enough, or I'm not tough enough. Everybody has to prove a point in most places that they're tough. So to be out here to freely make your music and you don't have to be a tough guy is a wonderful thing. So I'll say that.
Yeah. So being in this environment with all this authentic support in this music scene of people who are passionate, driven, talented, what the emotions that drives up in you, because I know for me looking at it all, it's like, damn, the emotions that drives up in you, what has it got you wanting to say?
If I could say anything, don't be afraid to put out what you have, because what you have to say can relate to somebody. If you don't know the best way to go about doing it, getting with somebody like me will help you develop that skill or develop that art, you know. So don't be afraid to put out your music. Don't be afraid to look for support, because what you put out, somebody's gonna want. You know, people like Burger King, people like McDonald's. If you got Burger King and you're taking Burger King to people that like McDonald's, you shouldn't expect them to like it. So just make sure that you're catering to your audience and don't be afraid to put your music out.
I appreciate your time, man. I always do this. For anybody who's listening or anything, could you tell where to find you on social media, platforms, everything?
Yeah. If you're going to look for me, I'm really only on Instagram at Kwafi, Kwafi Music, Muzik. And yeah, just follow me on there. I'll follow you back. If you got a question, ask me. I'll answer it. I'm not Hollywood.
Hey, I appreciate your time, man. Great job tonight. It's always good talking to you.
Always, man. I'll see you later.
Yep. What's up, everyone? I'm here with Hat Khiry. Man, how have you been tonight? How's this night going?
This night is actually really good. Good to see all the artists. Good to see you guys. You know what I'm saying? It's like everybody here actually give a damn about what they trying to do. So it's fucking great. You know what I'm saying? They don't need a lot of people to have a good time or a good vibe. So
Thanks.
I'm chilling.
So this is the first time meeting you. We have an interview coming up.
Yep.
But this is our first time ever actually meeting, and it hurt my heart. I had to miss his performance. We were doing an interview. I hate it, but man, how do you think your performance went?
Well, it went pretty standard. It's pretty good. If I could take any positive from it, it's a newer song, and for me to actually be able to like spit 93% of it without, messing up, that's a good performance or a good positive thing. Rapping to the mirror actually helps. You know what I'm saying? Talking to yourself out loud in public, singing your own songs, it helps, keeping me on track, so it was good. Like, I wish I could have done another song, but just everybody got to just go listen. You know what I'm saying? That's just pretty much what that is.
So ever since I found your Instagram account, it's been a while, because I got here in 2020, and I feel like it wasn't long after that where I found, and I didn't know anything about you, but I found your account, and I think I saw some stuff like artists or something like that, maybe, and I followed you.
Yeah.
My question ever since then has been, are you worried about when you blow up? Are you worried about any copyright issues?
Oh man, that is a very good question. However, but I have thought about this, and that's a good question. But like, as far as I'm concerned, everyone who makes money off of YouTube or whatever, right? Let's talk about RDC World, right? They use anime and all the other stuff, like, the group of black guys that literally throw anime in their house like all the time. It's like they're really famous. Just look them up, RDC World, and they use a lot of anime as their jokes, right? And they even dress up in characters. So what I'm saying is, essentially, I'm just cosplaying, right? And within the story of my story and within the videos of my videos, they will be certain differences, like small differences that kind of get around that whole copyright thing. You know what I'm saying? So for example, like maybe I'll be freaking Naruto. Like say if I want to cosplay Naruto for a second, bro, but I'll just be in a blue like sweatshirt or whatever, or it won't be a leaf emblem. It'll be like, you know, like something else, something different. Same with One Piece, same with a lot of other things. It's the exact likenesses of the characters, right? And I'm not the exact likenesses because obviously I'm 6 foot and black, so like I can't really be exact. That's not Luffy at all. But that's pretty wild. Like I have thought about it. Always thinking about new things because they're always updating their copyrights, you know, laws and stuff like that. But in order for me to get the story across that I want to get across the way that I want to do it, I have to always look at these things.
So when we get our interview in, we're going to be going in depth.
Yeah,
you know, this is a quick off the hip interview, so we can introduce all the artists to everybody from this event. But that one, when we sit down, that's going to be in depth.
Yeah.
Before that, could I get like a sneak peek? You mentioned it a few times that how we're excited to get your story out, man.
Gotcha.
That's one of my favorite things about being able to interview people is so I can get people's stories out, you know, because everybody's story is worth being heard.
Indeed.
And it's just everyone's is unique.
Right.
So, man, so anybody who might not know you, who are you? You know?
Who am I?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, to put it simply, I actually have a song that says who I am. I am Hat Khiry, born from New Orleans the 17th, came down from Germany to Hawaii. I learned that every bitch is a hoe and they trafe and every nigga is a pig and they suck. So, therefore, I made a world for these people. And I just want to tell people about the world that I created. Because nonetheless, like, we all as human beings have, you know, the potential to be good. We just choose not to. So I'm going to exploit you. And I'm going to make fun of you for being this type of person. So I essentially just made a story called The Watcher, where it's just one big giant battle of the sexes. And so that's pretty much it. We'll go into more detail, of course, you know, characters, this, that, and the third. But really, that's all it is. It's a battle of the sexes. We are really in between. We are really here where guys aren't allowed to do certain things because how women feel, and women aren't allowed to do certain things because of how guys feel. And that's fucked up because we're all human. So therefore, everything should be within retrospect on doing it the right way. And that's it.
Interesting. I can't wait to get into that more. I'm super fucking excited. So, man, the energy and the vibe tonight. I've only been to like a few performances, things like that out here in Ohio with this music scene.
Right.
Have you been able to get to many?
Yeah, I've actually performed quite often around here in Hawaii. Let's see, Dragon Upstairs, Hawaiian Brian's, Tropics, Downbeat, you know, stuff like that before Downbeat got, you know, replaced. But I did perform there. The problem is that like we here in Hawaii have to work harder to promote ourselves. You see, understand, we have to be a big fish in a small pond. And unfortunately, that can, you know, rub people the wrong way. It doesn't matter at this point. We're too small to try to battle with each other. We should just be one collective unit, right? And then we'll separate on the mainland or on the world. But when we come here to Hawaii, we are all one group, like not group, but we are not fighting each other. We all getting the same money. We all getting the same notoriety. There's going to be people that fuck with us because there's people that fuck with Hawaii just in general. Yeah. You know? And so that's what I've gotten from the music scene. It's just the lack of a collective movement to promote artists. That's it.
Interesting. Interesting. So, say somebody is on vacation, right, and they come out here, and they're like a underground hip hop music scene. You know, they love that, and they have a passion for it. Say they stumble on an event that's happening out here. What can you tell them that they'll kind of expect if they make it out to an event like this?
Oh, easy. Are you tired of listening to the same shit that you hear every day for 365 days a year, and you know the lyrics suck? It's the same people. They all suck. You know what it is. And then now people are actually living their lives by sucky music. Wouldn't you want to actually listen to good music and actually live your life by good music? That's what I would ask. I would ask them. And if they say no, then be about your business. If you want to say yes, well, then check it out. I know this event that we have multiple underground artists, and we all about to turn the fuck up. That's it. Hopefully, and I'm an Uber driver, so like cards are in my car. If you need a card with my Instagram or with anyone else's Instagram, I got you. That's it. You know, you just got to market yourself so you can market for other people.
So basically, if you come to Hawaii and you don't know how to get like to an event like this or scene, just Uber constantly until you get Khiry. Just you better
Blue Mini Cooper.
Blue Mini Cooper. You better budget like 2 bands for Uber. It doesn't have to be far trips. You just got to get one with Khiry and ask every single driver. You know, be like, hey, I was wondering. You know.
Oh yeah.
All right, man. Where? Anybody who's listening to this, where can they find you on social media platforms, anything like that, including The Watcher? The
Watcher. Okay. So, I'm going to do The Watcher first because The Watcher is the shortest and it hasn't came out yet. It comes out December 1st. That was when we were releasing the first webtoon, the first chapter for Arc 1 of The Watcher. All right? As far as my music, Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube, Google Play, Apple Music, like I said, Twitter, Straw Hat Khiry OP504. If you want to look up my music, it's literally just straw space hat Khiry. Okay, like there's a space in between the words. All right, but it's fine because there's not really many straw hat people, you know. So you'll find me, and it's on everything.
One last question.
Yeah.
OP504, is that episode 504 of One Piece?
No, okay, so OP504 means it's my business called Overpowered. Right, and 504 is New Orleans, and that's where I'm from. So OP504 is just, and you know how it can mean One Piece as well, right?
Yeah,
but for real though, it's OPE, like entertainment, so it's OP. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, and that's a local thing. Like,
that's what we say in the Midwest.
For real. Yeah, exactly. So like, OP is just like a global thing. Like, shit, you fucked up. Like, you know what I mean? Right. Exactly. Right. Exactly. So yeah, so that's what that is. And OP is overpowered. That's all that means.
Hell yeah, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you, man.
Hey, well, it's great being able to sit down with you and actually and get like a little pre-interview before actual. Man, I wish I could have heard your interview.
It's all good.
Excited. Check out. Make sure you catch his interview. Peace.
All day, dude. Chase, I'll see you on fucking Monday.
I'm excited, brother. It's gonna be good. What's up, everybody? I'm here with Aunt Lloyd. Man, how you doing tonight?
I'm always good, always good. My fault. But I'm always good. I appreciate y'all having me. Appreciate the time, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. So, again, we had to miss the performance. That might be a recurring theme you see in these. But, man, how do you feel like yours went?
I feel like my performance went great. Stage presence and doing the whole recording aspect, I'm getting better and better at. I just started a YouTube channel, so, you know, talking in front of a camera. Ooh. I'm learning to get better at it, so I'm feeling it. I think my performance up there was phenomenal. Had a great time. You know what I'm saying?
What do you put on your YouTube channel?
So right now I put on my YouTube channel gaming videos. Ooh. But I am trash at games. I'm telling you.
At least he's honest.
Am I allowed to curse?
Yeah.
I'm dog shit. But I have a lot of fun doing it. You know, it's cathartic.
Yeah.
It gets my mind off of things. I get home from work and I'm just like, all right, let's load up some Mortal Kombat, get my ass whooped real quick and call it a day. You know what I'm saying?
So what? You said Mortal Kombat. What are the like usual games? Or is it new shit all the time?
So, like I said, just started the channel. I played through the story mode of Mortal Kombat. I'm playing through the story mode of Spider-Man 2.
I've heard you.
And Spider-Man 2 is dope.
Yeah.
But once again, I'm very trash. I'm not a gamer, that's the thing. But my presence and, you know, just talking to people, having fun in front of a camera, that's what I'm about. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And just bringing happiness or more joy to the world.
Yeah.
And bringing humans together. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's what I like to do.
Yeah. So how long have you been making music and performing?
I've honestly been making music since I was 13. And not to age myself, but I'm 31, aging myself. And I started making music with my god brother, who's actually out here in Hawaii as well. And he was making beats. I was just writing lyrics whenever I could. And my godfather, his father, was like, y'all boys are trash. And I mean, that's how it starts, you know what I'm saying? You just get better with time. But after that, I took a while off, just, you know, find my way. Yeah. And then jumped right back into music once I started going all over to different countries, Turkey, Korea, and started making more music out there. And then people out there really want to hear your music, you know what I mean? So it's kind of different being in America where, you know, everybody has their niches, everybody has the people that they want to listen to all the time. They kind of have a comfort zone. And so when new artists really come out there, not really looking too much to look into them, other countries, they don't do that. Other countries are like, who are you? Oh, you rap? Yeah. Play it. And I'm like, all right, let's go.
So what spurred that, like all the different countries?
So I'm also in the military. I've been in the military for coming up on 12 years. And I don't look it. I'm telling you, I am human though, I promise. But yeah, I've been in the military for 12 years, or coming up on 12 years. And so being stationed in Korea, being stationed in Turkey, being stationed basically all over the world is what got me to get my traveling done on the government's dime. You know what I'm saying? But with that, the music, people want to hear your music out there. People want to join in. There's other military members who are like, hey, can I hop on the track? I'm like, for sure. I don't care who you are. You can be a singer, you can be a rapper, you can be a punk rock star. I got you. I'll put anybody on the track. And it's just all fun, you know what I'm saying? It's, again, bringing people together. That's all it's about.
Yeah. So specifically, so with everything that you've done in relation to music, how do you think this night, this open mic that we were at, how do you think this night's going?
I think this is one of the most phenomenal things that I can ever imagine. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's a smaller crowd, bigger crowd, which we had a great showing for this. And it's just surprising to see how, like, something like music, which I know I keep saying it, but it just brings people together, you know what I mean? And that's what I feel like the human race is supposed to do. Come together and figure out problems, come together and get over obstacles, no matter what you're going through in life. If you have other people around you to help you get through those trials and obstacles, it's all good. Everything's always going to be all good. Something like this, there's artists all around this island who don't have any type of outlet to really be able to put their music forth, to really be able to get with other artists. But you have something like this, and it's like, boom. Now you got a whole little community where you're following 18 more people on Instagram, and now you have a little squad that you're like, oh, you guys are popping up here? Boom, let me go there too. Get more FaceTime with all these people that you're now meeting through music. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's amazing. Yeah.
I feel like that FaceTime is so much more valuable than anything, honestly. Because for me, I'll like see someone on Instagram or something, see that somebody's an artist out here, and then maybe I hit them up, maybe I don't. You know, I don't know them, so it's like I don't really feel like that motivated to. But meeting people, it's just like, especially a night like this where everyone's just having a good time. It's like that, where it's just you click and then you got the connection there. 100%. So, where do you feel like your career is progressing towards?
So, when you talk career, are you talking my military career?
I did realize that as I said.
Are you talking music career?
I'm going to say both because they kind of go hand in hand.
Okay. So, once again, other countries, they love, whether you're an established artist or you're upcoming artist, they love it, right? So I know for a fact I can go to somewhere, once again referencing Turkey, I can go to Turkey and put on a showcase on base that will have 400 people show up to a show because they're like, oh, Aunt Lloyd, this is the dude who's making music all over base. Now I have 400 people who are like, oh yeah, I want to follow this guy, I want to talk to this guy, you know what I'm saying? So I want to stick military-wise to continue going to these other countries, right? Continue going overseas, continue going to see the world, again, on the government's dime, and spread my music, spread my positivity, spread my love, and once again, bring humans together. That's all it's about, you know what I'm saying? Because once you have a collective mindset, of bringing each other up, you're unstoppable. You know what I'm saying? You're unstoppable. And I'm not just saying that to just be on camera and try to sound philosophical or some shit, but that's really what it's about. If you have a good showing of people around you, there's nothing that you can't do. You know what I'm saying?
So for any artist in Hawaii, because that's a lot of my audience is artists in Hawaii, for any of them who might be seeing this and maybe they've never been to an underground event or show like this, and they're seeing this and they're like, oh, that sounds cool. Maybe they're not really planning on going or anything. What would you say to them?
Pop out, go. Just take the chance, get out there and see it. Because I'm telling you, it's just going to be that one time where you go and you're like, oh, I want to do this every single time. Just take that one chance and go. It's just like anything else. You rip that Band-Aid off, and you find out something that you want to do for life. Just go. Find out what Jacoby's doing. Find out what these guys are doing, and just go. Go. Just 10 minutes every day. If you want to just pop up and see what's happening, just go. That's it. Really.
Yeah, facts. And what you were saying there, if you just get that Band-Aid off and then every single one you want to go to, I was the exact same way. The first time I went to an event out here, I was hooked. I was addicted. Exactly. Yeah, it's crazy. All right, man. Hey, I appreciate your time. Where can people find you? For anybody who's like listening or something, could you tell all your platforms and everything?
It's too easy. All right. You can find me everywhere at A-N-T Lloyd, L-L-O-Y-D, Ant Lloyd. I'm everywhere. Look me up on YouTube, Ant Lloyd. I'm telling you, I'm everywhere.
See the gaming, but don't judge it too harshly if you are a gamer.
All
right, man. I appreciate it. Anything last to say to anybody?
Hey, the last thing I got to say for real, be who you want to be, but just get out there and do it. Because once you do it, there's no stopping you. Just do it, all right? Like I said, I'm trash at video games, but check out the channel. You'll see what I'm talking about. Just do it. Go out there and have fun, man.
All right. I appreciate your time, man. It's great to meet you, man. Meet you, like, officially. Yeah. What's up, everybody? I'm here with Nore Mac. How you doing tonight, man?
I'm doing pretty good. How about you, man?
Oh, I'm doing good. So you were the very first performance, right?
Yeah. I didn't even know I was the first performance, but I was the first performance, and, it was cool.
Yeah.
Shit was cool. This is the first time I ever did something like this, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I promise. Like, ever come out like this, and that's the first time I did it, so this shit felt good.
Yeah.
I can say shit.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
So we talked a bit because we started this at 4, and then people really started showing up at like 5:30. You were here early though, with all of us setting up and everything.
Yeah.
So, man, this being like your first time at an event like this, what's been your impression so far?
As far as being at an open mic like this, it was actually very amazing just to see the environment that's around. You know what I'm saying? The environment that makes it more so natural and better. The scenery is always what makes any type of video or anything that you do. If you're going to do something with music, people are looking at you, but people are looking at the scene around you, because the scene around you tells the story as well. And the way that everything is set up here, with the beautiful banyan trees and, just, location and time and everything is perfect, man. So it felt good to be able to just do it. You don't think about it until you see it. Then you're like, oh, wow, I did that. Yeah.
So we talked a little bit about this off camera, like earlier. So, man, for anybody who doesn't know you, what's kind of your history with music?
All right, so my history with music it goes way back. I had a cousin very big into videography, shout out the Carter Effect. And he really, really put me onto music in a way to where he had all the equipment to record. And I go stay at their house ever since I'm 4, 5, 6. And, kind of coming around, seeing all the stuff he's doing, he's like, hey, yeah, come in here, and listen to this. Like, try this out. All right, now write to this beat. This is what I'm doing. And I'm like, okay, cool. I want to, be like you. You're my older cousin. That's my influence. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Everybody has it. And shit, he just brought me around it enough, and I liked it enough, and I understood it enough, and I heard enough music from my grandparents to my mom and my dad, everybody around me. So it kind of just put a play in my head that, oh, I can really feel, or I can understand this, or I can spit this in a certain way. You know what I'm saying? So it really just started with interest. So my interest started, I want to say I was like 6 or 7 is when I knew it was an interest. And then as far as like just stepping into it, it's been that for that long. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of harder to explain. It's easier to understand than it is to explain. You know what I'm saying? So it started there, and if it wouldn't have started there, it would have started anywhere else. And in many times where I felt like I did need to express, because you got to do what you got to do sometimes. It helps alleviate you from being anybody, if anybody else other than yourself, because you communicating. So I guess since you learn to communicate with yourself at such an early time in an early age, it helps you with anything else in life. So it's not really even just music, because I could have been painting or some shit, you know what I'm saying? So it could have been a different interview, but definitely, yeah.
So you mentioned that this is your first time doing like something like this. So is that just like open mic specifically, or is that really just getting out here at all in the music scene?
A little bit of both.
Yeah.
So I've attempted to open mic with something that wasn't really prepared the first time, and it wasn't at an event like this, at another little spot, and that was a while back, and it kind of, it wasn't planned. So with this being a lot more planned and understood, that just made it feel a lot more real and natural. You know, everything just lined up the way it was supposed to. It's not really something that you see or you know about until somebody like my boy Cozy, shout out Cozy, gave me the invite. It was like, hey yo, we got this going on. So it's like it just aligned with the plan that I had something to do with, you know. Yeah. So he assisted me with that in that sense, and then I get to meet you and everybody else. So it's like I had to be in the right place, you know.
It's dope.
Yeah.
Happy.
So my first time ever getting an experience like this, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you mentioned in a part about finding what your interest is so young, it helped you and it was valuable to you. Can you explain a bit more to me? What does it mean, you being able to communicate with yourself?
Communicating with yourself really is just, knowing what you like and don't like. And that's something that we have as kids all the time. As we hear the kids in the background, just living and experiencing, and when it comes down to you just knowing that you enjoy to do something at such a young age, all it is honing in on that. If a kid likes to play soccer, and if a kid wants to be good at soccer, a kid can make his mind up to be good at soccer, and that kid will be good at soccer, and he will do whatever he needs to. Same with music, same with taking pictures, and same with, anything.
Yeah.
So when you know what you like, or when you listen to yourself, or you listen to your interest, that's what causes, a lot of that growth and understanding of, what it is for people.
Yeah.
So, just knowing at a young age and listening at a young age to that voice that tells you, or something that tells you that, hey, you should do this, or hey, you should do that, in a right of sense. Some things it's trial and error. You never know. Yeah. But whatever you hear or whatever you feel like you need to do that. Listen, see what it says, see how it aligns with, how you want to live your life, and just progress from there. And when I say as a kid, I'm not talking about like, you can't be 4 years old trying to, run the household. You got to be like, grow up a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about like teenagers and things like that. Yeah. If you got something that you feel, or even young kids, you love painting, music, all right, cool. Continue to do that and just get good at it. If somebody tells you anything else other than what you know that you like and what you feel passionate about, then you're going to have to just tell them to kick rocks or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want to keep it PG because it's for the kids as well.
So, man, I asked you, one of the first questions I asked you was how you felt like tonight was going, and just in general, one of the first times here. So knowing that this is one of your, like, with the Hawaii underground scene, open mics, whatever, with all the group, all that sphere, this kind of being your debut there, what is that making you think? Like, is it changing anything? Or I guess, what is that making you think in regards to your career?
You know, I wasn't really thinking of it that way. Mm-hmm. I guess until right now, that has crossed my mind, but not as of right now.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be something good for my career in a way that I'm able to just show who I am.
Yeah.
And just being able to express who I am ought to be something good for my career, for anybody's career. As long as you're being original with what you have, you know, staying true to yourself, you know, staying true to what you believe in. If you have your morals and your codes and stuff and you're sticking to that, staying true to all of those things is what's going to be able to help mold and accomplish you to be somebody that you want to be, you know? If you don't do anything you don't want to do, then how are you going to be somebody you want to be? So, yeah, it definitely, I feel like it's going to not really mold, well, I guess it can mold my career, but it's going to mold my character first. Just being able to know that I can step out and express these things, or, you know, be able to speak with different people and meet different people and communicate in such a way to assist somebody with something that they feel like they may be able to, you know, they want to jump into, whether it's this or anything, because everybody has something. You just got to figure out what it is. Yeah.
So me asking that question, listening to your answer, it made me realize that I was asking the wrong type of question. So I was kind of seeing it, but you answering that question helps me see it a lot more. Let me know if I'm on the right track with this. So how much do you value, and is it like your character and your individuality and your personality and your kind of, I don't know if spirituality or like essence of you?
Okay. And you say, like, how does that bring me forth?
I guess more broadly.
More aspect on like what that
Plays out to me.
Yeah. Like what it means, you know, because a lot of artists, they'll talk about, everybody talks about their own thing when I interview them. Some people talk about business. Some people talk about art. Some people talk about character. And it sounds like, as I'm listening to you, you're really talking in depth about something that's deeper than those, something that's related to.
It's just knowing. That's all it is. It's really just knowing. I don't know how to say it. Yeah. It's just, if you know something, you know something. You know, like it's a certain knowing that you can communicate over and you can talk to people about it. But if you can't pick it up, then you have to, you know, just, you know, sit there and you gotta kind of think, and not really think. You know, don't stress yourself over it, you know, but that internal understanding is just really just knowing. Everybody has a know that they know for themselves. And if you have a know that you know for yourself, then that's what you know. And if you know that, then go where you know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You wouldn't go, I mean, some people would. I wouldn't do it, but you wouldn't go into hell with just a hot, like, you know, a wet towel and no water. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to go in there and what you going to do? Kick it? Like, you know what I'm saying? Nobody's doing that, but if you just know and you have a knowing, follow that. And that's the best way I can explain it.
Yeah.
Because that's the best way that I've experienced it is the know. You just know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I appreciate your time and your openness and authenticity. That's the right word. Where can anybody find you who may not know you, who may be driving right now? Could you say like all your social medias and all your platforms out?
All right. So Nore Mac got beats on IG. And that's pretty much it. I'll be working with the Twitter and everything pretty soon, but Instagram is going to be the best spot you can find me at. I got my email, noremacgotbeats@gmail.com. You can hit me up for things there. If you like to check out some content creations, things like that, please send me an email. Also, if you guys are into the sneaker scene, my boy Swoosh Goose has all the information for you in Korea right now. He's been many places. He has much history on the shoes in many different areas and locations, so he can definitely get you the information you need.
Hell yeah. I appreciate your time, man. Congrats tonight. I'm glad I was able to meet you out here for the first time and everything. It's been great.
All right.
We're here with just Vonte, man. Hey, how'd you feel like tonight went?
Honestly, it went pretty good, man. I can't really complain. It was weird. It's my first time doing anything like this.
Yeah.
So it was like, it was a little nerve-wracking. But, went up there and did it. So it was like, all right, cool, man. I feel better about it. So
Yeah.
I'm happy.
Yeah, this is a great group to do it with. Just, it was good vibes tonight, I had a great time. So how long have you been making music?
Actually, I just started this year. So what had happened was, I've always been into music, and so back in even high school and even back before that, back in middle school. So I'm from Detroit.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm smooth.
Holy fuck!
It was more of a surprise than anything.
I saw it hit you. I was like, oh my god!
It's like, oh.
That's good. I guess
That's
that'll be in the
great.
bloopers.
Yes. Yes.
Damn.
Oh shit.
Holy shit.
Pause.
All right, ready?
All right.
Back up. 1, 2.
What was that song?
I don't even know.
Oh yeah, backstory. Yeah, so I'm from Detroit. So back when I was in middle school, I actually used to live upstairs from a studio my uncle had and my mom would never let me go down there and try to rap, but because of them, down there, I used to always hear the beats and stuff like that, talk to the engineers, and I used to get really into it. So I used to always want to rap, but then I never had anything to talk about because it was well, I'm not gonna sit here and just tell lies. So it was But so fast forward to high school, man, I had a couple of homeboys and stuff, and we would always just sit on the in the hallways and just freestyle on the wall and whatever, and that was always a thing, man. So that was fun as hell. But then past that, couple of people I used to make songs with every now and then, but they would go nowhere. It'd just be in somebody's basement. This year, my brother came out. He had moved out here last year, so he had met some people. And then my boy Cozy over here, shout out to Real Cozy, he had got me into it as well. So we had all met our mutual friend, my boy Jen, the Gingineer. So we had met him, and they was like, yo, start rapping, because they heard me freestyling. Yeah, it just went from there.
Yeah.
So, boom. Now here I am trying to make music.
So coming here tonight, how was it compared to what you expected from it?
So if it's one thing I've all learned in my many years of life, don't expect anything. So when you walk into something, walk into it with an open mind. And that's exactly what I did. So I was like, oh, hanging mic, that sounds sweet as hell. So I'm like, all right, I'm not going into it expecting anything. And at first, I really didn't even expect to do it, to perform. But Cozy came through, my boy Ant came through. So it was like, you know what? I got this one song. It's not done yet, but I got this song. I could just do it. I was like, yeah. So the outcome was way better.
Yeah.
I guess to answer the question.
Yeah. Hell yeah, man. I'm excited for you. So what gave the push of from enjoying music and talking to engineers as a kid and just enjoying that process? You said you've been doing this for just a year now, right?
Not even a whole year.
All right. Mm-hmm. So what was the change there? What was the push?
The push was them literally putting me in the studio.
Oh, hell yeah.
So we were there, and they was like, put a verse on this. Okay. So I did it, went in there, laid it down. We did a few more collaborative tracks. Keep going. We still to this day, we go in there, mess around, whatnot. But it's good practice.
Yeah.
So it's and then in between that, and then for my birthday, my wife, she had got me, she literally built a whole studio in our spare bedroom. So it was oh shit, all right, I could do this at home. This is legit. And my best friend got me a keyboard a MIDI keyboard.
Oh yeah.
So hook that up so I can learn how to play keyboard and actually learn how to produce as well as doing the rapping side. So yeah, all that together, and it's well, I gotta do it now.
Yeah.
And it's fun.
Yeah. So, having not been doing this that long, what are you kind of looking for, or what are your goals or next steps you'd like to take in your career?
Honestly, I'm just having fun with it. So, I mean, if something pops off, that'd be great. I would welcome it wholeheartedly. Who wouldn't? But if it doesn't, that's cool too, because I got a lot of things going on. Like I say, I'm from Detroit. I'm a hustler by nature. So I'm moving through a lot of different avenues at the same time. And whatever one is the golden ticket, that's the one I'm riding.
Yeah, thanks. All right, man. So I appreciate your time, but there's a few last questions I'd like to ask. So from your specific unique standpoint of this is one of the first times you've popped out to one of these, and done something like this, what can you tell somebody? This is the second time I've asked this question tonight. I'm curious to know your thoughts on it. Somebody who may be in a similar position of you, or like a position you were in the past before you started doing this more, what could you tell them about what to expect and kind of, I know you already said you try not to expect things, but I guess what advice or what do you have to say to them?
I actually do it. There's no other way to really try to say it and sugarcoat it or anything. If you feel like I got bars, and honestly, if you listen to a lot of the music nowadays, not a lot of people got bars. They catchy, they're fun, they find a way to really tune it to them and their talent, and they make it, they hit it off. Do it, man. You don't know what could come out of it. And if you enjoy doing it, why not continuously doing something that you enjoy doing? So and if it pops off, then boom, now you're making a living on something that you love doing, and you got a natural talent to do it. Do it.
Man. Yeah. So can we expect to see you at more events like this?
Absolutely.
Yeah. What does it kind of mean to you to be able to come out to this and have this good of experience for the first time coming out to something like this?
Honestly, it's it's really a lot of connection in the vibes. I like meeting new people. I I work at a gym. I'm a personal trainer normally, and it's I just like talking to people. I like meeting people. I like hearing people's story. I like just connecting with people. That's really I get joy out of that. And then seeing the reactions and stuff from people, and hearing different sounds and different things. You can bounce ideas. As a collective, when you got people out here doing together, bouncing off all these ideas or something, you don't know what could come up out of that. Just hearing different things and trying in different things. I can take something that I saw here tonight and try to hone it to my own type of talent. See if I can learn from seeing other people do stuff, especially when it comes down to performing. You will catch me at a lot of these shows for the upcoming artists, because it's I like to see how other people perform, because I ain't never performed before. So it's I need to see what other people doing so I can try to and then I'm I have horrible stage fright. So I was nervous out here. So it's yeah.
Yeah. That means I feel that means though when you do get to it, it's gonna be all the more better though. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
All right, man. Finally, where can people find anybody who might be just listening right now, not on their phone, whatever, driving? Where can we find you on all platforms, social medias, whatever?
You can really only find me on Instagram at the moment, just Vonte _ and that's JUSTVONTE. Because people spell Vonte wrong a lot. That's crazy. There's 100 ways to spell it. I know 6 Vontes, man.
I was thinking AEAY. I wasn't sure.
Man, I've seen them all. Met them all.
All right, man. Hey, I appreciate your time. It's good to meet you, brother.
Nice to meet you too.
Save that. We had to move everything. Light died. Finished up the performances for tonight. Been having a great time. I'm here with Koda. Man, how you doing tonight?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm doing good. So this was really the first time that we've been able to meet. I followed you on Instagram for a while, and we said, we kind of met at the Hawaiian Brian show, but this is the first time we're really able to meet. And I think how it is the performances are going to be shown here before the interviews, and I hope they are, because tonight you should have seen Koda. I did not know your voice was so fucking good. How long have you been singing?
Since I could speak.
Damn. Yeah. Yeah.
It doesn't mean I was always great at singing, though.
So what has your journey getting to where you are now looked like? You can take it, whatever you want, honestly.
Honestly, just a lot of heartbreak, heartache, tough moments, disappointment.
Yeah.
Bro, like, life without music, I can't go. Oh, like, for real, music saved my life, bro. Like,
Yeah.
when nobody was around,
Yeah.
I could count on music. And I think that's the only reason that I'm so good and that you can feel my music so hard.
Yeah.
Is because it comes from a place of true hardship.
Yeah. I feel like a lot. Oh shit! I'm sorry. I had to make sure. I thought it died. I feel like a lot of people can relate to that, especially when you say that when there's nobody else there. It's just music. I feel like to an extent, everybody has a different extent to it. I feel like a lot of people could relate to that. So tonight, before I ask that, let me preface it with this. How much have you been able to get out with like the music scene out here in events like this?
I haven't really been out a lot, but I'm grateful for Hawaii Upcoming and Obi-Wan
Shout out.
and EDP Beats.
Shout out.
Oh, honestly, bro, EDP Beats was my first producer ever, and if it wasn't for him, I would be jack shit. Like, I wouldn't be anywhere because he produced my first single. Like, he gave me all the motivation, like all the knowledge that I needed, type shit. Like, bro, I'm grateful for that. The guys out here are just like super good people, and that I had the opportunity to be a musician.
Yeah. Yeah. So getting out here to this one then, what was your experience like tonight?
Tonight, honestly, was really awesome.
Yeah.
And it was like, I felt like it was something that I needed, that I didn't think I needed.
Yeah.
And I was just talking to some of the guys about this today. Like, we are so disassociated and disconnected from each other through anti-social media.
Yep.
And it's like, yeah, like we need that too for our careers and stuff, but it's like a sword, like a double-edged sword, because we're also so like drawn apart because of it too. And it takes away from the real connection of like this human experience where you can actually feel each other's energy type shit. Like, you can actually like get to know one another's art and get to know one another's voice and authenticity. Whereas social media is like, you're just looking at like literally a piece of metal with a black screen on it and type shit. Like, you go into like a different portal, and it's not healthy sometimes.
Yeah. I feel like it's so easy to fall into that pitfall, especially if it's one of those things, like you said, that you thought tonight you feel like you might have got something that you didn't know you needed. I feel like for me, it's so easy because I won't even think about it. I'll just fall into that where it's like a few weeks with I'm not getting out, and it's on, I'm editing, doing social media, whatever, and then I'll come out to something like this and it'll kind of just wake me up again, you know? I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah. Yeah. So with how you're speaking about music, do you want to pursue this as a career, or is this something that is more of like not that?
Music to me is an obligation to my higher self or the goodness of humanity at this point.
Yeah.
Because I've seen how my music touches people, and I think that keeping it to myself and only to myself would be a disservice to humanity. So if it becomes something that I can make a profession off and get like a decent amount of money off and make a living off of, then that's my path. But if it's not, then I'm gonna still make music anyways and still serve where I need to serve. But I'm not expecting, I don't expect that this is gonna be like end all or be all for me.
Yeah. All right, man. I feel like I could stand here and talk for like fucking 3 hours with you. Yeah, I was about to say, we've got to get to these other interviews and the light's dying, and I hate that I have to. Man, I appreciate your time, everything. So where can people find you on social media, anywhere? Like anybody might be driving or something. Can you say them out?
Don't find me, just spawn me. If you think about me hard enough, I'll come to you.
Valid. I got Cedric Clinton here, wrapping up last few interviews. So we have never met before, but from people who I've met tonight, I've heard legendary things. First of all, how was tonight for you?
Tonight was dope. I wish I came earlier to catch all of the other performances and keep the lights on. But it was super dope from the pieces that I saw. Edwin and Jacoby, shout out to them for putting this together, you know. I really appreciate things like this, like getting the community together and like having creative ways to put artists on and gain content and just build with each other.
Yeah.
I think it's super dope.
Yeah. Do you want us to move forward?
You got the lightsaber.
Yeah, I know, right? That's badass. I fucking love that.
Just like that, bro.
Technical difficulties.
Teamwork makes the dream work, baby.
Facts. I appreciate all you guys.
Likewise.
Good? Appreciate you guys. All right, man. So, I've followed you on Instagram, I think, for a while now.
Okay.
But I've never interacted with you, never worked with you. Can you tell me and the audience a little bit about who you are? If they meet Cedric, who are they going to meet? And then you can take it or hold it.
Yeah, for sure. Appreciate that. I'm a artist born and raised on this beautiful island of Oahu. I've been into hip hop since I was like 10-year-old and freestyling since like high school days. Eventually recorded my first couple tracks with some homies in high school and decided to really just take my artistry serious in about 2015. Released the album 2017, got nominated for Hip Hop Album of the Year for the Nahoku Hano Hano Awards out here. And then since then started facilitating workshops with the youth of Hawaii and Oahu specifically. I had a show that ran for 3 years called Freestyle Friday, which is similar to what you're doing, but we would do interviews and we would have freestyles with local artists, singers, producers would come through. And then some friends of mine and we launched this live performance show called Bounce Back Hip Hop, which Edwin knows all about. He used to come. Shout out to EDP Beats. It was a live hip hop show at the Dragon upstairs in Chinatown. We would host, we would perform, and then it kind of became the stop for artists who were visiting from out of town. Yeah. Like if they were looking for an event to come into or to perform at, we would host other artists and feature also local artists, obviously. So yeah, man, I'm a hip hop artist mainly. Yeah. I don't limit myself to that music, but that's kind of like where my heart is I'm like a 90s golden era, like boom bap hip hop dude. And, I'm an artist also in screen printing. I've been a owner of Squeeze Play, which is a local screen printing company. So we print t-shirts, hats, stickers, tote bags, embroidery for local businesses, schools, special events. So that's a little bit about myself. Yeah.
So with that level of experience and that much that you've done and experienced, the first question that has to pop up into my mind is like, what can I steal from all that, in your mind? Yeah. After all these years of doing it and all that success, what do you feel like is the most important thing?
Great question. I think the most important thing is to the cliche thing is like follow your dreams, like tune into what you're really passionate about. Like for me, that's music, and to just like chase that and go after it with everything that you have. Because I feel like we all have a gift here on this planet. Like we were all born for a reason, right? And so Chi Funk, which is my brand, Chi, is like life force energy. So I say Chi is the energy and Funk is the synergy, right? So like when you put energy out, it's reciprocated back to you, right? So Jacoby and Edwin, they came together and put this energy out to call artists, and like a bunch of dope people like showed up today, for the community, and like something really magical happened today. So they were chasing their passions. They were trying to do something that they felt called and inspired to. So I'm all about like following your intuition, right? And tuning into your passions, like what you really love to do, because I feel like life is too short to waste it on things that you don't love. So that's what I would say in short. Yeah.
For all the artists who are here tonight and any other artist who might be watching this who has been in a similar position and experience as to the artist tonight had.
Yeah.
From your position, what words of encouragement would you give to people who were in a situation like they were tonight, or other people who have been in similar ones?
Yeah. So my word of encouragement would be to invest in yourself. There's nothing better than you can invest in than yourself, you know, and things take time. You know, they say it takes 10 years to become an overnight success, right? So it's not going to happen right away, but it's about the journey, right? Not the destination. So on your journey, you're going to meet people, you're going to have experiences, you're going to be presented with opportunities, and just do your best to show up 100% and be respectful and focus on like generating and maintaining good relationships with people, showing up on time, you know, that kind of stuff, like following through with your word, things of that nature, especially on an island where it's so small, our community, like one-on-one relationships and word of mouth is super important here. So yeah, that's like a big thing for me, is just like, yeah, relationships and also investing in yourself. Yeah.
Before I ask the next question, for the people watching this, I'd like to preface, I don't think I've really ever asked for like words of encouragement before. Usually I ask for like, what do you want to leave them with, whatever, at the end. But from the experience and level of wisdom, it seems like you have something in me said to ask that question. So if you're listening to this right now, just know that was real. That was like a real answer, you know? So I just want to preface that for anybody who's listening. And with that, I forgot my next question.
But that was perfect, right? Because I was saying follow your intuition, right? And you intuitively like felt to ask that question, and you did it, right? So that was like a perfect example of what we were just talking about.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it. So with an event like tonight, where it's people gathering together, like you said, building relationships, fostering that community, what value does that hold, fostering a community like that, for, because we're in this situation, for like an artist?
Yeah. I think for me, what's coming to mind is like we all each have our own individual strengths, right? And so you are probably way better at me than who knows what it is, and vice versa. And so we can all learn from each other. We can all share resources. We can all share ideas. Like I'm over here asking EDP Beats what he thinks about this angle and like what song I should do. And so getting feedback and support from each other is super important, especially at times where we might be like doubting ourselves or feeling like we're not good enough or we're not dope enough or whatever it is. Like it's good to have like that support system. So like we can all hold each other up and build each other up, you know, and just get different ideas and different perspectives. And like, you know, it takes a village, you know, and we can all contribute a little bit. And by that, it's just going to amplify whatever we're doing to like, you know, whatever level it gets to, like just like coming together. Yeah, it's just gonna build upon what we individually have. Like we're much stronger as a unit than on our own.
I appreciate your time, man. As the lights are dying and the night's wrapping up, man. Where can any listeners, viewers find you? Could you say all your platforms, social media is out?
Yeah. So at Cedric Clinton, Cedric is spelled with 3 I's. So CEDRIIIC, and then Clinton, CLINTON, on Instagram, Twitter, now X. I'm all over Spotify and Apple. You can just search Cedric Clinton. Also CedricClinton.com. You can find all of that. And then if you guys are interested in merchandise or getting t-shirts printed, you can hit up Squeeze Play. That's squeezeplayhi.com, or we're at squeezeplayhi on social media as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, I appreciate your time, man. It was great meeting you.
Appreciate you.
All right, easy day.
Let's go.
If you have made it this far, we really appreciate you. We can't even say enough, you know? So this is the last interview from the staff, the people who have put on these amazing fucking warriors who all have their own strengths, and Powers, and also EDP Beats. He's holding a light right now. He's literally sacrificing his body to make this go on. So, first of all, we got Obi-Wan Jacoby. How you doing tonight, man?
I'm doing great. Thank you, brother. Thanks for coming out.
Yeah, it's great. I appreciate, like, the work that these three people have fucking done. Incredible. And then Edwin, yourself, man, how you doing?
I'm fantastic, dude. Fantastic.
It's like I can't sing the praises of these three highly enough, you know. Like, you got to get with them and get their services. And lastly, Dank, man, how you doing?
Hell yeah. This is perfect. Perfect night. Wonderful. Everyone, fucking great. Video side, I sure hope is great. Yeah. Right, being the ones doing it, right?
Yeah.
But otherwise, perfect night. Like, I couldn't have thought of a better event for us.
Yeah. Like, it was 10, 15, 20 minutes ago, like, damn near all of our lights are dead. We're hanging on a thread right now. If these might die mid. We had a light fall on someone's hand mid interview. It was crazy. But yeah, how did you guys feel like the night went? Expectations versus outcomes, everything like that.
You know, this is the second time we've done this event. I've had Edwin here with me on the first event. It definitely, you know, it was a smaller turnout, but that's okay. We actually had none of the same people from the last event. I think that's amazing. That means we're reaching people in other aspects in other areas, and that's something that I know that I want to continue to grow and continue to do with these events. I think this is a great way to provide value to the artists and the community. And, you know, we keep them going this, and I got to keep this team with me. This is something to continue to do and going forward.
Nice.
I'm sorry, what was the question?
It was like, how do you feel like tonight went? Expectations versus outcome and all that.
So as Jacoby mentioned, the amount of people that showed up was a little bit less than what it was the very first time. However, how he also mentioned, the turnout was great because we had different people involved. The reason why it's great is because these other people we didn't even know any of these until we met them today, right? So knowing that they're respective artists of their own, they're going to spread the word.
Yeah.
And this is going to be probably bigger than what we would imagine. Hopefully it does get to the point where we just help many artists that come here, because when people come here, sometimes they don't know.
Yeah.
They don't know, what's the hip-hop scene? Is there a hip-hop scene? There is. You just got to talk to it, blah, blah, blah. But if there's something like this, how it's set up and we organize it, thanks to Jacoby for putting the entire team together, we can help many people accomplish things that they want to accomplish. And the turnout once again was minimal, but I feel as the first time it made the same impact, a big impact.
Yeah, thank you.
This will be my first time coming out to this specific event hosted by Jacoby. And overall, my expectations were, I had no clue. I had no idea how it was going to be. I literally didn't know where this was. I was walking around a little bit, didn't know where.
I didn't recognize you.
It's okay. I was like, I don't know. But once we got here and got to work, it was pretty amazing. Like, blew my expectations away that don't exist, right? But I was very surprised, and it was a amazing experience. It was nice to meet some of the artists that I've never seen in person. I've only seen through the photos either I've taken, like photos I've taken of them or videos I've taken of them, but I haven't actually properly met and hung out with. That was great. The turnout was not like, it doesn't need to be a giant show, right? It's the community is tighter because of the turnout we had. I feel like the energy was a lot more chill, a lot more vibe, because it was just a little group of people, and they're all creatives and they're all artists, and they all have something to say, something to put in. And it was amazing. It was great. It was an honor to shoot with Chase and Edwin for the first time. Meeting Edwin was great. Overall, it's all good. I love it, man. It's great.
All right, make sure you're still recording. So one of the so before I ask the final goodbye questions, I would once again like to say that I can't sing the praises enough of these people. So Jacoby, he's a master producer, engineer. If you need a beat, if you need your sound to sound better, if you're an artist in Hawaii, you gotta get with him. And he's putting on shit like this. Like, this wouldn't have happened without him. And you were over here while I was doing the interviews, but people had, when I was asking, how you think tonight went? You know, it was just one after the other of, oh, it was amazing. It was so much better than I expected. I had such a great time, you know. A lot of people, this was their first time getting out to anything like this in Hawaii, or like at all in their career. So I think, for all the artists who came, thank you. You can thank this man for putting it on. It wouldn't have happened without him.
Thank you for being here.
Appreciate you.
Don't forget to say your piece.
Yeah, don't say your piece.
And then Edwin, it was my first time meeting, but without knowing it, I'd seen your work before, and the photography and videography is just dead-ass top quality. Like, at the end of the day, we haven't been able to work much together. Today's the first time meeting, but at the end of the day, products don't lie. Photos, videos don't lie. It's just like straight up. If you need professional, top quality work, direct your money towards that man. Give him your business, dead ass. He's fire. And then Dank, we've worked together a few times now. I have nothing but love to say for him. This man, I am never gonna fucking leave this man because he's just a genius. Cinematography, camera knowledge, film knowledge, like, I'm learning so fucking much from him. And the videos, like, you cannot film with him and he won't tell you and, like, let you know how it can be improved and help you improve it and help you learn. So if you are same with Edwin, like, link up with him. Photography, videography, everything. This man is going to be directing documentaries in the future. So jump on the bus now before it's way too fucking late for anybody to reach that bus. All right, we really appreciate everybody who helped out tonight. Eric DuBois, I wasn't able to get interviewed, but, you know, first time meeting and absolutely gonna.
Come on, Eric. Come on. Yeah.
We're gonna be getting a full time. We're gonna be getting first time meeting again. I followed for a long time. Heard from so many artists and so many interviews about nothing but good things. You know, you say hi.
Yay, yes. My name's Eric. I'm the holding the light guy. I'm the dude. What's up, people? Big shout out to Jacoby for doing this. He's been pushing on me to come over, and it's been amazing. And same thing. No expectations, and it just blew my mind away. Great stuff. Having you here, I've been seeing your content all around, and you've been doing great with the podcast and things. And the fact that you just came, set up, and did the interviews was crazy. And then Edwin with the views. Everyone was nuts. And so, this was sick.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you.
All right. Could I get any last words? And then also everybody's platforms, where to reach them and everything.
Obi-Wan Jacoby Beats. You can find me on Instagram. You can find my music on YouTube, Spotify. If you're looking for engineering, production, beats, trying to get that better sound, trying to get the idea out of your head with your music, please feel free to contact me once again at Obi-Wan Jacoby Beats on Instagram. Thank you guys, everybody who tuned in, everybody who came out. This is big. This is only the second one, so we're really kind of figuring things out, but I want to start doing this more often, and I will keep you guys informed in the future and what direction we're going to be taking this, because I think we're going to be doing different places, different times, different people, and hopefully some food. So
Nice. So you follow me on Instagram at directed by Dank, but it's going to be abbreviated to Derby Dank, dir.by.dank. I also have a website I just posted, directedbydank.com. You can go ahead and look at it if you want. It's like my portfolio and services information. And I just started my YouTube. I want to put all my stuff on there. It's directed by Dank, but this time it's fully spelled out. So directed by Dank on YouTube. And that's pretty much it. Thank you.
No, I didn't participate too much, but I'm going to shout out anyway. My name's Eric DuBois. I go by EDP-Beats. You can find me on all socials. I just help out artists get what they have in their heads through the speakers. So I do songwriting sessions and just creative flows. So check me out there, edpbeats.com, The Dash. Much love. Thank you all for being here. This was crazy.
Hell yeah.
lastly, the man.
Ooh. So you guys could find me on all social platforms at IamEd_call-me-win. IAMED_CALL MEWIN. Call me Win. And then there should be a link to my website as well too. Just check it all out. See if you guys want to collaborate, want to do some other projects. Hit us all up for future projects. We'll be available. Make sure we give you the best of the quality that we have available for you guys. And yeah, dude, it was a pleasure working with all of you today. It was. That's fucking good. All right, so we're signing off.
Yeah, I'll just close it out. Thank you so much if you made it this far. The community here in Hawaii is just amazing. Thank you. There's nothing more we can say, honestly. Have a good night.
That's a wrap.